How you doing, everyone? Hope you're well and safe today on this Sunday afternoon. Just going to have a really quick look at XRP Ripple, and this is not one that I cover very often, nor will it be one that I ever invest in. So basically, I'm using the Binance stats for this. I'm trying to be consistent with the approach to Ripple. Where are we? So from the beginning of token inception on the 1st of May 2018, where I've got price coverage from. We put in a low at just sub 10 cents, and then we've slapped in a high at 197. From there, we're essentially, well, I'm going to take us into this. This is the monthly chart, but I'm going to take us into the daily now because I've put a separate fib on just from our very recent low to high, and I call it our high, but it was kind of like our downturn. But it does fit with the price action of what we're seeing at the moment, because I think that where we've had significant support and resistance is between the 86 and the 75 cent range. So basically this is just to help us get back up to those sort of areas and what to look for next. So from our very recent high point, we've just fallen off the bed along with Bitcoin, if I'm being brutally honest. And what XRP has done is put in a back test of its low, and then it's jumped up to the 786 and consolidated for the best part of 2 weeks, and has spent the last 2 days being held at the 618. So I do expect this one to either tail off back to the 786 if the support is not there, and it will probably be a slow affair, and then hang around before it begins a leg up. I'm just going to bring in the Ishimoku at this point just to see. Yeah, we're well below it. So yeah, that's actually not a bad prediction, to be fair. That we're just going to hang around under the cloud for a little longer. What we could possibly do from here, if we do break above this 618, is go on a little run for over about a day or two's period, and either fly through the Ishimoku, back test and launch to take us back up to sort of the cent range, the dollar range. But I can't see that happening. I just can't. So I'm going to mark that red, but it is on the table. I think really, if this thing does have a little move, we're going to have to put in some back tests of resistance. We're probably going to work our way through the Ishimoku cloud, testing top and bottom for some sideways action, and then from there we may realistically launch up to about the 81 cent mark, possibly wick up to 86. But I do really see us kind of hanging around the 80 cent mark if we manage to get up and through and free of the Ishimoku. All right, so I'm going to mark that prediction in blue. But what I do kind of expect to play out, and it may have a more wobbly pattern than this, and it may include some upturn, but I do think we're going to stay beneath the Ishimoku for a few more days. But again, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's one of three things. We stay where we are, moving sideways, we have an aggressive launch and end up pulling back, or we start an uptrend and sideways move. I said in my previous XRP video, yeah, I did say in my previous XRP video, number one, I'll never hold it due to the fact that it's completely and utterly against the fundamentals of a decentralized market, which is what we're all involved with. And as such, I don't want to be a part of it. But the silver lining to that is I'm very aware that there will be a point in time where this thing has a absolutely monumental level of volume put through it. And as such, you are going to see a pump that could take it far beyond its all-time high, far beyond. But I think as soon as it goes up, it's going to come straight back down. So if you want to be a part of that and try and catch it, by all means, I mean, I'm not giving you permission, but I don't give you financial advice, so you'd have to do what's best for you on that occasion. But I'd just say that if you do see this thing beginning to pump, like really pump, and you're able to get in before $2, I'd recommend you get out by $2, because whatever point you get in, you're going to have some guaranteed profit there, and I'd rather have 10% of guaranteed profit rather than a 60% loss. That's just like my advice on it. So when this thing settles its lawsuit, or possibly even just I'd say a few weeks before. I think you're going to see a huge amount of volume come into this, and I think if I am going to give you financial advice, if you see that the volume has gone up by over 200% for the day, or up to almost like 1,000% for the week, but the price is looking a little like this, that might be an entry point, and because you're getting in before it begins to blow. At the moment, you can see that the volume that's coming into the token is not monumental. It's kind of just in sitting with where we are, and we are really being held, or we were being held by the 786, and now we're being held by the 618. And we have got positive, negative volume for the day, which is why we're sitting where we are. However, like I say, I've given you advice. I won't be investing, but best of luck. See you on the next one.